Do you find yourself in need of business services? The search can seem endless these days. With so many choices, how do you find the professional best suited to your particular needs? It's simple when you have the knowledge. Today's local business services expert will shed some light on finding the right fit for you.
Well, hey Jenny, I appreciate the opportunity to do this interview. I hope your viewers will be able to take away something today. As we kind of answer that question you asked just a moment ago, it was a great question, is how can those in the manufacturing industry, hire the right people, the skilled operators, the skilled technicians, because let's face it, in today's market after the last 2 years, it is really the driver now of those jobs is the employee, not the employer. Why? Because there's a whole lot more jobs than there are people looking for those jobs. So it makes it difficult to do it the way we always used to do it. So I think there's 3 things I can share with those manufacturers looking to hire today that will help them define that process. One of those, of course, is getting it all defined as to who's the right person, who's the ideal person. Oftentimes we just kind of settle for who we could get because it's kind of, well, if they don't work out, we'll get another. If they don't work out, we'll get another. Well, that's not the case anymore. So you really need to define the right person, not just their skills and their soft skills are important in this. You need to find your own culture inside the company so that when you find a person that fits the culture, you're able to put them into that culture. But oftentimes we don't do that. Then, a month down the road, 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, we're having to let them go because they're just not working out. Not that they don't know what they're doing, it's just they're not working out from the culture of the company. You need to get that defined so that you have a way to determine that when you do an interview. But I still think that the interview process gets very cumbersome. So my second recommendation to those trying to interview in the manufacturing industry is get a recruiting firm. And there's several reasons for that. First of all, they're experts at that. They're the people who do this every day. So when you talk about having, as a manufacturer, or whether it's your staff or whether it's your HR person, and they've got a pile of resumes there and they have to go through all of that, oftentimes that becomes so laborious that they get discouraged or they get sidetracked or they miss the right person, because oftentimes those resumes aren't positioned in the right way from a knowledge base for them to know that, because that's not what they do. And even HR people, that's not what they do. That's not really what they're about at their company. So I think understanding if you've got the right avatar and you look at the fact that we probably need to hire a recruiting firm that's an expert at this, that knows how to bring us the right people. Because let's face it, would you rather have 100 resumes laying on your desk or 3 candidates that fit exactly what you're going to do to interview? I mean, you think about that, because that's kind of how that looks when you use a recruiting firm that knows what they're doing, that is able to do that. And then I think the third thing for the manufacturing industry is being able to understand today it's more than just salary, it's more than just benefits. There's a lot of other pieces involved, and you need to find out what that is by talking to your own employees, having honest dialogue, talking to candidates, and what are you looking for, and what does that look like? And don't just assume you know, because assumptions are dangerous in this business. They're costly, they're expensive, especially if you've moved somebody, they've got hired, they got in the company, you got a big order, you started a big job, and then suddenly they walk out because there's things there that they don't like. They don't like the life balance approach that's in the work. They don't like the working schedule, or they don't like the environment the way they are made to feel. So I think when you think about that, those 3 things can help manufacturers looking to hire the right talent. Again, appreciate the opportunity for the interview. We look forward to having those again. Yes, people can find out more by just going to our site and being able to just look around, see what they can find out, because we'd love to be able to help them with those needs. Thanks.
Pretty interesting, isn't it? With a focused approach, you'll find the right professional in no time. Are you hoping to learn more? Today's expert can be reached at the number on your screen. See you next time.